All right, so what do we got, Veronica?
So avocado chocolate pudding. So it is, when it's finished, it should look just like a regular old chocolate pudding, but it's made with avocados as the base. And I would like to, I've actually never done this before. I'm experimenting with putting a little bit of pumpkin puree in it,
Veggie Vero
just to be in the fall pumpkin spice spirit. So I'll start with the regular chocolate pudding recipe, and then we'll add the pumpkin afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to cut the avocado. This is a fairly new recipe. I actually made it at the garden with the kids recently, and they loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's healthy. There's really, everything that's going into it is good for you. So you got an avocado. You want to make sure you choose one that's very ripe. So just like as if you were going to make guacamole. And just squeeze it right into there. Should I do the whole thing so everybody can?
Sure.
All right. All right, so avocado goes in, and you kind of mash it up, and you're going to add a banana. Not a whole banana. You're going to add like a quarter of the banana. Something like that. Again, very ripe. A banana that's ready to be like made into a smoothie. You want to use a very ripe one. And you start mashing it all up together. And at first it's going to look a little bit like a guacamole. And then we're going to start to add in the other ingredients.
Guacamole pudding, right?
And you can imagine the little kiddos making this. It gets very messy and very fun. It's a very sensory experience for them because it smells good. I can smell the banana. It's mushy. Kids like anything mushy. It's kind of like playing with your food.
How did you come up with this recipe?
I saw it online. I didn't make it up out of nowhere, but I kind of put my own little, I tweaked it a little bit to customize it, but the base of the avocado and then adding the cacao into it, I found that online. A lot of people use avocado for sweet things, like for baking, for vegan baking, they'll use the avocado as a little bit of a binder, and the avocado has oil, like natural healthy oil. Because it doesn't have a strong flavor, so it'll really just kind of take on the flavor of whatever you're cooking it with. All right, so now you can see it's very mushed up, very guacamole looking. And so now we're going to add a little, I want to say like a capful of vanilla extract. Oops, that's a little much. Careful with that vanilla extract, it can be really strong. Just a little bit. Add it in, and then you're going to do a little bit of maple syrup. This is now where it starts to become sweet, and you can always add more to it. Can't take any out, so just be mindful of how much you're putting. Mix it up, and last but not least is your cacao powder. Now, cacao is, we were talking about this earlier, is very, very healthy. It's one of the highest antioxidant things you can put in your body. This is raw cacao powder. This is like where chocolate comes from.
I want to ask you, because when you go to buy powder, there's Hershey's, there's all these, like, you pick your quick pick chocolate powders. That's different than the cacao powder?
Well, technically, I mean, even Hershey's is, it's coming from a cacao pod, but you want to look at it's not so much about the brand. You want to look at the ingredients on the back. There should only be one ingredient, and that's organic cacao.
Okay.
That's it. There's nothing else. So if you see other additives, then it's not going to be as pure and healthy. All right, so I'm going to switch over to a spoon. I was using a fork for mashing, but now I'm going to switch over to a spoon. So once you add that, it's dark and rich, and you really see it starts to take on the look of a chocolate pudding. Now, you actually can put this in the food processor or in the blender or something if you really want to get it smooth, because when you're just mashing it with a fork, it kind of is, it's a little lumpy, but that's okay.
And do you make this with the kids at the garden?
I did. I made it once, and they absolutely loved it. They were licking the bowls clean.
Who's the kids that are at the garden with you, or in general?
What'd you say? How old?
How old are they?
They're so the ones that do the cooking classes are anywhere from 3 to like 10. It's a pretty mixed age group, and we split them up into 2 groups, and so kind of like 5 and under, and then 6 and older in 2 separate groups. And they just have a blast. They're learning how to, be comfortable in the kitchen, use different kitchen utensils, get familiar with different foods, plant-based foods, learning where food comes from, learning that food grows from the earth and, doesn't start at the supermarket. So it's very educational and so fun. So this is the base recipe here. I haven't added any of the pumpkin spice yet. I'm just going to give it a quick taste to make sure it's good. It's perfect, actually. So, like I said.
What's that? So it's the avocado, banana, honey, cacao, and maple syrup.
And a little bit of vanilla extract.
And a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah, you can use honey. I used maple syrup.
Okay.
But any sweetener will work. Maple is like my go-to because it's just so delicious. It has like kind of a caramelly taste. And it comes from a maple tree. So, I mean, it is natural and it has minerals that are good for our body. You just got to be mindful of how much you use because, you don't want to take in too much sugar, obviously. But, yeah, I love maple syrup as a sweetener. So,
Delicious.
yeah, it's really good. I don't know how good it looks, but it is good, trust me. Now, I'm going to add in pumpkin puree because it is the fall season, so why not? I'm thinking it probably isn't going to change the color of it too much because the brown kind of takes over everything. And I'm going to add in a little bit of pumpkin spice. You can use cinnamon if you don't have pumpkin spice, but this is organic cinnamon, organic ginger, cloves, and nutmeg, a mixture of those ingredients.
Now, does anything you're using have sugar?
Just the maple syrup, that's it.
Which you can also use sugar-free maple syrup.
Well, it doesn't have sugar added. Again, this maple syrup is only one ingredient, organic maple syrup. It's just naturally sweet when it comes out of the tree. So, but it is it can spike your blood sugar if you use too much. It's definitely not something that you want to go crazy with.
But you can use the sugar-free one, doesn't it? And it tastes just like maple.
I'm not familiar with that. It's sugar-free?
Sugar-free
Kind of
maple.
check the other chemicals that are in it.
Yeah.
This I had.
You got to check there's other chemicals and preservatives in
It was
it.
approved by my doctor.
It was approved by your program.
Listen,
understand.
I have a theory that the less ingredients are in something, the healthier it is for you.
Right.
So, I mean, this is sweet and sugary, but it's not like added sugar. It's the natural sugar that comes from the maple syrup that comes out of the tree. All right.
I'm thinking the kids would eat this entire thing, an entire bowl, and that's one
Yeah.
avocado.
So, well, I wouldn't make them this much. This is like a whole bowl. I just made a lot because I want to share it with everybody. So, wait, I already used this one. Let me use a different spoon.
So we're going to test this. Look, she can have special spoons.
It's good, yeah. Actually, the pumpkin spice gives it a nice little kick. I like that. Okay, so then I thought it might be cute to add like apple slices to it because this is also apple season. It's pumpkin season, but this is when apples grow. Not so much in Florida, but it's also apple season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little scoop of this into these little cups for everybody to taste.
Perfect.
And then I'll add a little apple slice on top for
It'd be like your little edible
decor.
spoon with a piece of apple. And are these recipes available in any of your books?
This one is not. This is a new one that I've recently
Where do you find
developed.
these ideas? How do you come up with this?
I find things online and I usually will tweak them to just make them. Sometimes I'll find them and they're not plant-based and I'll figure out a way to replace the egg or the milk or whatever, and just make it my own.
We have to invite her here with plant-based muffins.
Absolutely.
She's going to work with her.
Absolutely.
He's actually watching. So say hi.
Is he? Hi. I love
100%.
Love your restaurant.
Daniel's one.
I actually went there on my birthday 2 years ago. It was
We have to definitely
delicious.
get Daniel together because he's gonna be, and they look like old New York mafia guys, you know?
And
It's hilarious.
you have another event you're putting together at Appleseed Cafe?
Yes, yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot to bring that up. That was one of the main things I wanted to bring up. I have a workshop coming up in October 20th, and we're going to be making pumpkin spice energy bites with the kids ages 3 to 6 or 2 to 6. It's really a mommy and me class, so like a 2-year-old, they're going to have more assistance from mommy, but it will be fun. Mommy and me style cooking with the little ones at Applesauce Play Cafe.
Where is that?
It is in Coral Springs.
What a cute name.
Yeah, super cute. It's basically like an indoor playground, I want to say. And you guys know I'm all about outdoors. Like, I'm a nature girl, but with all this rain we've been getting, sometimes it is nice to have an indoor option. And they have like little play houses and little like forts and little mini play kitchen and stuff, all miniature, kid size, but inside. And it's like a turf, and the kids can just play and go crazy and use their imagination. Applesauce Play Cafe.
I gotta think, Joey loves the kitchen.
It's so cute.
Okay,
There
so
was a
there's
little
those.
Kid like on TV, they put his whole segment on today, and he's standing there and he goes, "I'm tired and I'm cranky, and you just gotta leave me alone. And I need to regroup." And he walks away, and the dad says something else. He puts his hair back. "I'm tired and I'm cranky, and I had a rough day at school," the kid says. And he just walks away into this pumpkin patch.
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious.
They say the cutest things.
They say the cutest things.
They really do. These kids crack me up.
All right, we're going to pass out some avocado chocolate pudding. Ready to try this?
I'm gonna try it. Now, first of all, you don't have to say avocado or anything. It is. Oh. There it is. It's a miniature jug.
How cute is that?
Now,
These
I'm
kids
like
are so cute.
decorator part of me wants to like sprinkle this, but I
Now, what are
don't.
you putting in?
It's nice to see a healthy snack for Halloween.
I want to
for
put it on the
child.
apple so you can see the little specks. I'm
Have
getting
you
a
put
little
this on a
fancy.
reel?
now. What's that?
Have you put this out on a reel?
No.
Because all the reels I'm seeing are marshmallows melted. You know those colored marshmallows for Halloween, which
Oh,
are so much
gosh.
fun.
Yeah.
And fruity pebbles. And you're just mixing this sugary substance.
Hold on. S'mores has chocolate and marshmallow, right?
Yes.
So you can use this for the chocolate, and now we have to create something for the marshmallow. You have a secret recipe marshmallow something.
I don't. I don't know if there's a way to make marshmallows healthy.
Jason, you want to pass
Maybe.
some of
I'm
that
not
out
sure.
to our guests? We're going to give it a try and taste it all before we.
Do they sell diet fluff?
They look beautiful.
Fluffernutter?
Thank you. Here, if you want, you can take.
You're not fluffing
Spoons or is it,
Oh,
The apple,
I
think,
do
is
have
a
a few
spoon.
spoons.
do you want to use the apples as spoons or?
We'll be
Oh, okay.
eco-friendly and sustainable. Use the apple as a
That's good,
spoon.
Thank you.
Use your finger.
Well, yeah, because I didn't take a spoon.
Do you want a spoon? I have 2 spoons here. Do you want one?
Ready to try this?
These are the
How cute
cutest
is
little
this?
cups.
That's so good.
I'm glad you like it.
That's delicious. You taste the banana?
Tastes like banana.
What do you think of it with the pumpkin spice? Is it too much, or do you like it?
I don't taste the pumpkin spice. I think I taste cinnamon. Maybe that's the pumpkin
It's
spice.
that cinnamon's in there.
It's delicious. What do you guys think?
Good?
Sally's like a big chocolate person.
You'd never know that there was avocado in it, right? I mean, maybe, I don't know if I did a great job at mashing. When you blend it with a blender, it's so smooth. It's like pudding that you bought at a store. You don't even know.
You like it? It's all gone.
Whatever you did, it's fantastic.
There's one more left if you want one. Would you like it?
Yeah? How do people get a copy of your book and other recipes?
So VeggieVero.com is where my website, and that's where you can find all my books. And I also keep it updated to show whenever I'm having a workshop. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Veggie Vero. That's the word veggie and then VERO. And Like I said, this recipe is not in the book because it's a newer one that I just came up with, but I am wrapping my mind around the possibility of making another cookbook because since I've put this one out, I have so many more recipes.
What's the other book you have up on the table?
So the other one is, I actually published this in fall of last year.
Okay.
This is the Veggie Vero and the Fall Harvest Celebration. So this is a book about Veggie Vero, vegan superhero. She rescues the turkeys, talks about the turkeys and their journey and why they are friends and not food, and also touches upon the true meaning of Thanksgiving and how to make it a more inclusive holiday for all people, including Indigenous people, really referring to it more as a fall harvest celebration so that everybody can celebrate in the festivities and not be honoring like such a dark, negative part of our American history.